Hey, here we go. All right, stats. Doing it this way because we got some kids absent and stuff like that. All right, first things first. Stat. Edit. I'm going to clear off list one. We are not going to do list one, list two. We're not going to do that. That was for your learning. Hope you learned. Yay. So I'm going to put in a few numbers. Trying to get this done as fast as we can, yet still be good learning for you. So I've put in a bunch of numbers. Stat, over to calculate. Depending on your versions, you get to this. X bar is the mean. Standard deviation is that 2.61, 2.6. All right, that's how we do that. The outliers, you will be given this formula. You'll get X bar plus 3 standard deviations. So you would go here. Why can't I see that? There you go. And you'd go 6 plus 3 2.6s. That would be your upper fence, and then 6 minus 3 of those things. That would make your fences. I'll write the word fence here because that would be fun. That would make a fence. Anything above the fence would be an outlier. Anything below the fence would be an outlier. There might be no outliers. There might be a lot of outliers. The IQR is Q3 minus Q1, and the fences would be Q3 plus 1.5 IQR. You do not need to have these memorized. So here is your outlier by the fence method. So you would go, the IQR method, you'd go 9 minus 5, get that, and then do your IQR. And then you'd go Q3 plus 1.5 times what you got. There's your upper and lower fence. I think that's good enough there. All right, what else do we got here? So there we go. And then using your calculator only the non-fancy buttons, to find mean, median, mode, Q1, Q3, IQR. For median, you got to put them in order. Mode, you got to figure out what shows up the most. You're good with that. All right. Cool. All right. Our teenager problem. All right. So your teenager, by the way, on the review sheet, it should have said mode of 17, you know that. So we got a mode of 15, a median of 15.5, and a mean of 16.1. Just like we did in class, we have 10 teenagers. Their mode is 15, their median is 15.5, their mean is 16.1. My friend Jason joins the group. A 49-year-old. Jason, there you are, Jason. You've been mentioned. A 49-year-old joins the group. What are the new mean, median, and mode? The mode doesn't change. The mode's still 15. There were no 49-year-olds. The median. If it was a median of 15.5, there would have been a 15 and 16 in the middle. Now Jason, the 49-year-old, joins the end, stands on the end. And by the way, I think Jason's 50. And you cross out one on each end, and the new median is 16. The mean was 16.1. Meant we got 16.1 when we took the sum and divided by 10. We took the sum and divided by 10. So the sum before Jason came was 161. Now add the 49 of Jason and divide by 11. Cool. All right, what else do we got to do? All right. How's this? We've got 2 jobs. And one of them, you work 20 hours for $250. The other one, you work $18 an hour, and you work 13 hours. And what is your average, the average pay? So here we go. You've got two jobs. One job, you don't get paid per hour. You work 20 hours and you got $250. The second one, you worked 13 hours at 18. What is your average pay for the two jobs? So the first job, pay equals rate times time, pay equals rate times time. Your 250 equals your rate, I don't know, times your time. All right, so the rate on that first job was 250 divided by 20. Was $12.50 an hour. Your other one, we don't know your pay. It was rate of 18 times 13. And you got paid 18 times 13. You got paid $234. All right, now we know stuff about both of them. So now your overall pay is going to be rate times time. You know what you were paid overall. You were paid $484. You don't know the rate, but you know that you worked 23 hours. So we got the pay by adding up your 250 and your 234. The time you worked should be 33. You worked 20 hours and 13 hours, so you worked 33. Pay equals rate times time, divide 484 divided by 33, and you got $14.67 an hour. Nice. All right, let's find that other sheet, shall we? I'll get this done in 10 minutes. I'm at 7. All right, payout chance for heads. You would take 1/4 times $9. Heads tails is 1/2. 1/2 times 21. And then a payout of 0. And you would go and compare that to $13. And the company pays everybody a bonus of $30. So simply, everything gets $30 bigger. The mean is just 30 bigger. Standard deviation is how spread out the data is. If everyone moved up, nothing is spread out more. The standard deviation stays at what it was. All right, now, instead, they pay everyone 1.4 times their normal rate. So the mean is going to be what the mean was, times 1.4. The range is going to grow because your maximum of 220, they multiply times 1.4, and they get 1.4 times 220, and they get 308. And then your lowest paid employee was 70 times 1.4, and now they are getting paid 98. And so the range would be subtracting those two, the range would get bigger. So if you're absent, or if you're here, or if whatever, or if you're playing hockey, Jason, there we go. That's the review for the Thursday, Friday test. Bye.